Here we are, ladies and gentlemen, at the Blountstown home meet. This will be the girls' race, and as you see here, the teams that are listed in the race. The teams to watch out for, mainly Port St. Joe. Seminole County has a few good runners, and Alta Public School as well. I was not able to get the start of the race, but here we see moving through, there's two Liberty County, there's some Port St. Joe, there's also some Alta runners. The ones with the number is Port St. Joe, the ones without the number is Alta. Here we have a Port St. Joe runner taking it out hard. This young lady likes to run from the front. She typically does this. Alta and the other Port St. Joe girls likewise will take this race out hard. You see it is mainly purple jerseys out front, and you expect that, or should expect that, the entire race. There is one young lady from Seminole County High School. She will also continue to move up through this race. She's wearing the green, so she is a standout not only in her color of her team, but also in her ability on the racetrack. And you're going to see her slowly start moving up. You can see her right there on the right of your screen in that pack. She's starting to move up. I expect her to probably take the lead about halfway through this race, maybe even earlier. Probably about a half mile into the race, to be honest with you. Here they're on a downhill. You know this are really going to be flying. The leg turnover is going to be quick. And this girl right here in front from Port St. Joe is really taking off, and she's really having a commanding lead. But I do see the young lady from Seminole County moving up nicely as well. With high school girls, it's really hard to tell sometimes who's going to win the race, especially coming into it. There's a lot of factors at play, mainly the fact that you have a lot of middle school girls who like to take it out hard from the front, and they typically cannot hold on to that pace throughout the run, and you'll see them slowly start coming back to the pack. And then over time, you'll see some of the more mature girls, some of the more experienced runners will start moving up and creeping in the lead. And that's what you're seeing here with the Seminole County girl. She's fixing to take the lead here. As you can see, there's a big separation between this front pack of 8, 9, maybe 10 runners to the back pack right there. There's probably about a 100-meter gap between this front group and in the rest of the race. There's a couple hundred girls in this race, so it is a packed course, but as you can see, it's already strung out, which means these ladies are not playing around with the pace, and they will probably go through the first mile, as I would expect, in low 6-minute pace, maybe even a little bit faster. On the team side today, you certainly don't want to count out Port St. Joe. They are easily the favorite coming into this race. They were 4th last year in the district, and they also were 8th last year in the region. They have a phenomenal young ladies that are running and form a good team, and they will probably take away the team competition today. They have a young team. I believe the average of their ages is somewhere between 8th and 9th if you averaged all the grades together. So they have a young team. They always have a good team. And like I said, for the third time, they are the favorite. But you also cannot count out some of the other teams. Alta always has a phenomenal girls team. I'm not familiar with Seminole County. They're a Georgia team, so they will not be in any of our classifications. But nonetheless, they're at this race, so they're in it. And I don't know how fast they could be. Obviously, they're getting 1 point right now with the lady in the front, but I don't know how the other 5 runners will play out. Here we are 4 minutes into the race, and you see this young lady already has a commanding lead. She is probably about 5 to 10 seconds ahead. I know that's not a lot, but at this point in the race and the way she's closed the last 2 minutes, she is putting the hammer down on these young ladies. But as always, Port St. Joe and Alta, they'll run together for most of the first 2 miles, and they work together really well. It's always hard to tell them apart with the same similar jerseys. But again, I expect them to work up together through this race, and all of them to perform well. I do want to highlight another school, Liberty County High School. This is their first year, not as a program. This is their 4th year as a program, but really their first year of being serious. They have a really good girls team. I don't know if they'll have enough firepower to be able to get first place, but anything other than that would be a phenomenal feat considering they didn't even have a team last year. There's 2 young ladies mainly on Liberty County, Gabrielle Flowers and Abella Faircloth. They are both moving up very nicely. One's a senior, one's a freshman, and they have been running very well this season. and it will be exciting to see how well they do. I do not see them in this frame, but the way they run, they like to move up and pace themselves very nicely for the race. They don't take it out hard, but they do pace themselves evenly throughout. And so you'll see them start to come up in the latter stages of this race. The young lady, however, though, from Seminole County still has a commanding lead. I do apologize for the camera shot. This is about the point when my flat tire happened, so do apologize. I was pushing as hard as I could here to keep up with this young lady as she is flying. One thing I would like to just point out with the girls is that you'll notice with girls high school cross country and middle school included in that is that the younger girls are really fast. And with high school boys or in the boys race, you'll see mainly high school boys. You won't see too many middle school boys being competitive, but that is not the case with the girls, as you'll see several middle school girls posting very fast times and placing very high in the final rankings. I don't know what that is. I have never figured out that phenomenon, but nonetheless, it just shows you that the girls are a very competitive side. And here you see the first mile they go through in about 6:40, so that is nothing to play around with. Right here we have Miss Smith. We have a couple other runners here from Fort St. Joe, looks like. Fort St. Joe, 2 runners. Here comes the runner from Alpha, and there's another runner from Fort St. Joe. Here's another runner for Alpha and Fort St. Joe. So you see Fort St. Joe is definitely in the lead right now, as they already have 4 runners through. Looks like another runner, can't tell what team that is. Here's your girls from Liberty County. There's a Bella Faircloth, and here comes Gabriel Flowers. They are running extremely well right now, both of them going through the mile in a low 7. Here we have the 5th runner for Fort St. Joe, so in the 6th runner as well, so they are clearly into the lead of the girls' race. And here we have some runners. It looks like that's Franklin County moving up through. Now, these 2 ladies from Franklin County, again, they like to take it out a little slower, but they'll pick it up throughout, and they'll finish very high towards the end of this race. And that's the key to placing high sometimes, is to just pace yourself. Like I said, a lot of these runners, especially the younger runners, will take it out hard, and they won't have enough stamina to finish the race. But those 2 young ladies right from Franklin County do a phenomenal job of pacing themselves throughout and placing really well in the last mile. Here we have some runners from Malone. I'm seeing a few from Franklin County again. Here comes some Weewaw runners. You'll see them wearing the red. That looks like a Mariana jersey. We have some Laurel Hill jerseys in there as well. Here's another Seminole County. I don't know if Seminole County will have a full team. I don't know if Bay County will either. There's another runner for Alpha doing very well. Here comes 2 other runners from Liberty County. That makes 4 for them. So they're in a good place right now. It looks like they're currently in 3rd place as a team. I think they may be able to move up, though. Fort St. Joe had a commanding lead. Alpha also was doing extremely well, and in Liberty County, who is currently in 3rd, Weewaw, expect them to move up well. They have a phenomenal program that's been established long before any of these other teams have been around. So Weewaw, you never can count them out. They have the experience, they have the coaching staff, and they could really move up and place well in this race. I have not seen a Blountstown runner coming through. It's funny how some programs, the boys teams are the dominant team and the others are the girls. It's the same. Here comes 2 Liberty County runners right here. 3, excuse me. So that rounds out Liberty County's team. They are currently in 3rd place, but I expect them to move up good throughout this race. But going back to what I was saying about the teams, just likewise with the Blountstown team, you see the boys are the dominant team. And then the girls, not so much. They still have a good team, but not to the level the boys are at. And then on the Fort St. Joe side, you see the girls are the dominant team, and the boys, again, not so much. Here comes a runner from Blountstown, though. They're looking very good. Here comes another runner from Liberty County, and there's another one from Seminole County. Here we are right here. If you will all look at this goofball right here, Mr. Link Barber, there's never a dull moment with him around. He's always a lighthearted guy. He's certainly a comedic at heart. But he helps me on the course sometimes, and he does a phenomenal job with that. Here's this lady right here. She is still pumping hard. There is nobody even in the camera frame right now. She has a lead probably over a minute at this point in the race, and I expect her to continue to push hard. I anticipate her to have at least a good minute and a half victory over this field. Like I said, this team's from Georgia, so we probably won't see them too much more this season. We certainly won't see them at district regionals and state, but we hope this young lady right here has a phenomenal season and she continues to run hard. She's going through the 2-mile marker in a little bit under 14 minutes. Looks like she's going to be in the 21s if she continues this pace. That's a very good time for a lady in high school. Here we are. Here's the leaderboards for mile 2. Abella Faircloth from Liberty County has moved into 5th. I do anticipate her moving up very nicely. She paces herself phenomenally during these races, and I can see her really moving up well in this race. And that is going to be a key point for Liberty County High School girls team to be able to move up to be able to place in this race. Like I said, that is a astonishing feat considering last year they only had 2 young ladies that were on the entire cross-country team, boys and girls. And this year, they are putting together a solid race at the Blountstown home meet, and I cannot wait to see how they do throughout this race. This young lady from Seminole County, though, still in the lead. She's got good knee lift. She's got a good natural flow with her arms. She's not rocking too much back and forth. She's still got good leg turnover. She doesn't have anyone even in the picture. There's no one pushing her. She's probably hitting cruise control. Probably already has hit cruise control, to be honest with you. And she's just smooth sailing into the victory. This course is absolutely one of the best courses around. It's a beautiful course. It's got character. It's got grass. It's got dirt. It's got clay. It's got hills. It's got flat sections. It is just a phenomenal course. And so if you're watching this and you're a team that has not run the Blountstown home meet, I encourage you to sign up next year and to come out and run this race. It's a great course. I hear they have a wonderful person that does video work for this, and it's well marked, it's well staffed, and it's just a good race to be a part of. Here we go. We're at 19 minutes, just up under 20 minutes. She don't have but a few minutes left of running. This is that last final heel. She's pumping hard. She's got some teammates here cheering her on. I'm sure that's helping as she closes in on the final stretch of this race. Like I said, here we go. She's getting some team support here. They're hyping her up. I'm sure she's loving the attention. I'm sure she's loving the hype as she is well over a minute in the lead here with less than a minute to go. So she can soak this in. She can kind of sit back and enjoy the moment as much as possible as she knows she's got the victory coming home. Again, I do apologize for the camera work here. Like I said, it was hard filming with the flat tire as I could barely keep up with her. She should be coming up on the 3-mile mark right here. I believe it'll be at any moment. You'll start seeing that white sign. Let her know she's at 3 miles. There it is right there. So that's 3 miles. So she's got 0.1 to go. She may be a little bit over 22, excuse me. So she's got a little bit longer to go. She's 30 seconds away. I don't think she'll break 22. But nonetheless, she has run a phenomenal race. She has really pushed the envelope from the beginning, and she is doing extremely well. So first place is through. Here it comes right here. I don't know who that is. It looks like a Port St. Joe runner. So Port St. Joe is going to come in at second. Here's another runner that looks like Port St. Joe again. So they got 1 and 2. Here comes a Bella Fairclough from Liberty County High School. Can you believe it? She has closed with a crazy fast time, and she has beaten the 2 Altha girls. There comes Altha. There's 1 place. This is actually Franklin County. Excuse me, that's not Altha. That's Franklin County. So they have 1 point. So it's going to be, here's the overall results right here. Again, the Smith girl we knew was going to take it out hard. There's 2 Port St. Joe and Liberty County right there. Wow, Liberty County comes in second. I cannot believe it. Last year they didn't even have a team. They come in this year and they completely dominate this race for second place. Port St. Joe had a commanding lead from the get-go. They have an established program. Expect them to continue that throughout the season and to place really well at district, regionals, and maybe even qualify for state this year. Liberty County, a new team, a young team. They are doing phenomenal this year. They have already surpassed so many other well-established programs, and it's really their first year of running. So expect them to continue to move forward in a good, positive direction. And I'm excited to see what they can do moving forward. Here we have some other runners. I believe this is another Port St. Joe runner and another Port St. Joe runner. So I believe that closes out some of their top places, and that kind of solidifies their racing as a team. Again, congratulations to Port St. Joe for the overall win. Congratulations to Liberty County for the second place. And congratulations to all the teams for competing today. And we look forward to the next race.